Can you guys hear me now? Is it live or Memorex? Hello? I think there's a delay right now, so can you hear me? Can you? Gosh, can't. That's not even letting me. Hold on. Okay. Can you guys hear me now? Is it live or Memorex? Hello? I'm getting a yes, yes. You guys can hear me? I think there's a delay right now, so can you hear me? Can hear you with the delay. Okay. I don't know what happened, you guys. It's always something, isn't it? But at least you can hear me now. Gosh, can't. That's not even letting me. Hold on. Do you know how hard this is to look at myself on the screen and I'm delayed? And here I'm trying to do it live. Can you guys hear me now? Is it live or Memorex? Here we go again. Is this going? I'm getting a yes, yes. You guys can hear me? I think there's a delay right now, so can you hear me? Can hear you with the delay. Okay. I don't know what happened, you guys. It's always something, isn't it? Let me get this out of here. But at least you can hear me now. Gosh, that's not even letting me. Hold on. Do you know how hard this is to look at myself on the screen and I'm delayed? And here I'm trying to do it live. Can you guys hear me now? Why does this keep going? Wacky Wednesday. I'm getting a yes, yes. You guys can hear me? I think there's a delay right now. So. Okay, Mark. Yes. Can you hear me? There's this big, huge delay. I don't know how to stop that. And I'm on a different screen I'm not used to looking at. So I'll just ignore that and I'll mute my phone. And hopefully we'll get through this. So, again, hi everyone. This is Peggy, Oh My Angels. It's Wonderful Wednesday, April 22nd. And I was discussing Archangel Michael. So, I don't know how much you guys heard or if anything. So, I had said last week we were going to start talking about the angels and getting to know them a little bit. So, I started off with Archangel Michael. Seeing as how he's my archangel and he's a lot of yours, so we'll get some information on him. And the thing that I find interesting, that his name Michael really means who is like God, right? So, and that was actually his battle cry against Satan. So how powerful is that, right? Oh, they're saying yes, we can hear you. Thank you, guys. I'm having to now look at myself on the thing, so otherwise I'm getting myself all flustered here. Let me take a breath. Okay, so we're learning about Archangel Michael today. So one interesting fact about him is that he is the only archangel mentioned in all three major world religions, in Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. He shows up for everybody. He's an equal opportunity archangel. That's what I call him anyway. And he is the highest ranking angel. He does have a specific color, which we've talked about before. It says he appears in deep blue to pale baby blue. And the darker the blue, the stronger the energy and the more he is involved. But I do know for a fact that he'll show up and whatever color resonates with you to get your attention. And how I know this is when I first started working with him, I would feel the light blue, or I would see the blue energy around, and I would be like, no, I can't have Archangel Michael. It's got to be somebody else or whatever. So he would come through. My favorite color at the time was yellow. So he'd come through with yellow, or he'd come through with purple because I love purple. And as I got to know his energy, then the blue started coming through. So no matter what I did, he made sure that he got through to me and to let me know that he was Archangel Michael. It doesn't matter what color he shows up. Whatever you're comfortable with, then that's how he'll show up. And that goes the same for all the angels. At least that's been my experience. The word archangel actually means chief angel or chief messenger. And he is the angel of the highest rank. So he's over all the other angels. And he does have, and I didn't know this either, he has 4 main jobs. Let me read it here because I don't have this memorized. Catholic teachings that first job, he's the leader of the army of God against the powers of hell. The angel of death who carries soul to heaven. So you know when you leave, he's going to be taking you. And the one who weighs souls on his perfectly balanced scales. And, of course, he's the guardian of the church. He is the patron saint of some pretty amazing people. And I love this idea. He is the patron saint of all police officers, soldiers, EMTs, and spiritual warriors. So know that if you have a loved one in any of those fields, Archangel Michael has their back. He also has a special tool, which I'd never heard this either. Like I said, I'm learning some things as well. They say that he has a bright white net. It's like a giant fishing net that, let's say you've got heavy energy in your home and you can't seem to get rid of it. You can just visualize this giant fishing net sweeping through your energy field of your home to cleanse away any and all negativity. You can literally visualize him throwing the net through your home right now and clearing out all the negative energy. And I think that's pretty cool. It's like when you do your, weekend, like Saturday morning, get up and clean the house, clean the apartment. Well, you can also start it off by throwing that net out and cleansing and clearing all the negative energy out. Let's see. He has a famous prayer written just for him, and I've heard about this, but I never really knew what it was, so I did look it up. Let me see if I can get over to it. I've had so many other technical issues. Let's see if we can pull this one up. Hold on. I thought it was kind of interesting. It says, Saint Michael, the Archangel, defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and the snares of the devil. May God rebuke him. We humbly pray, and do thou, O Prince of the heavenly host, by the power of God, thrust into hell Satan and all the evil spirits who prowl about the world seeking the ruin of souls. Amen. So that was pretty cool. And also he has a feast day, which is September 29th. So you gotta mark that day, and that's the day we're going to celebrate Archangel Michael. We'll do that this coming year, coming September. So I hope that gives you some facts or information about Archangel Michael that you didn't know before. A couple of things I will say on for Archangel Michael, and I've dealt with a lot of the angels, but Archangel Michael really does have a great sense of humor. Maybe it's just with me he has it, but you'd have to work with me 24/7, right? But he's got such love and such compassion. And but he loves a good joke, he really does. So if you're talking with him, communing with him, feel free to joke with him. I mean, the angels and archangels will help us in any way that they can. And who says that every discussion, if you will, has to be serious all the time? I can be pretty sarcastic at times. I used to be a queen of sarcasm, and not so much anymore, but Archangel Michael does appreciate a good joke. All right, so that's from my personal experience. And also from personal experience, I've been in some pretty bad situations. I have been in abusive relationships, and I can tell you the worst beating I ever took landed me, via ambulance to the hospital. And during that trip, I left my body, and I honest to God thought that was going to be it. I was going to leave, and my grandmother came through, and the whole 9 yards, had a discussion. Needless to say, I decided to stay. But through that all, I was just enveloped in this so much love. It was just incredible. And he had compassion for the situation I was in, but he wanted me to make wise choices, right? We all have We all have choices to make in this life. And so I made my choice to stay. And he cushioned the fall when I fell back into my body. And I was so disappointed. I didn't, at the time and what I was going through, I really didn't want to be here. But I had a son and I had other commitments that I had made. So I'm glad I chose to stay. But I've also had some other situations that have happened, when I was at the bedside of some friends and some loved ones when they passed, and he was there to guide me and show me and help them through the situation. So I just love him to pieces, and I'm so glad and blessed to work with him. If you get the opportunity to do so, it's just amazing. Let's see here. Okay, so all right, so I think I've got all that part of it in. I hope you guys will all post your questions in the chat room. I'm going to jump in here and see. Okay, Lori. Hello, Lori. Thank you for hanging out and staying with me. I appreciate it. Julie and Dusty are in the house. Thank you guys for being here. I can always count on you guys. And there's Brandy. She goes, I can't hear you yet. I think that was earlier in the conversation. I think you can hear me and see me now. Of course, Mark jumped in, not hearing or seeing. Let's see. There's where I said I'll be right back. Let's see. Oh, Lori's saying, is there a problem? I can't get into the program. Thank you, Desiree, for answering her. You guys see, this is my Oma family. Oh, my Angels family. I appreciate it. You guys look out for each other. Alrighty. Yay, you guys said you can hear me. You're here. Lori's saying, can hear you with a delay. And Julie said, I can hear you now. Yes, you are live. That's from Mark. Wacky Wednesday. I know, right? So I said a couple of weeks ago, I think that I wasn't going to start off going Wonderful Wednesday. I was just going to be determined Wednesday. I think that's how I'll start next week. And if I have to have technical issues again next Wednesday, we'll call it Wacky Wednesday. If it goes smooth, then we'll end the show calling it Wonderful Wednesday. Okay? Does that sound like a good deal? All right, let's see. Kristen's in the house. She says, hi, Peggy. I know you aren't a medical professional, but my husband and I are interested in trying to conceive. Anything I need to know? Let's see here. Yeah, I'm not a medical, but what I'm hearing is whatever path you're on right now, continue to do that path. And I'm also hearing keep the faith. Don't let doubt and worry take over. I don't know if you have a medical. I'm not feeling a medical reason of why you're not having kids if you've been trying for a while, but I'm hearing keep the faith. I do feel a baby coming in. But if so, it's gonna. I feel like it'd be the end of the year or next year. Okay, so just be you. Just relax and know that everything's happening in divine timing and divine order. Okay, so hang in there. Don't give up. Don't give up hope. Okay. Lori's saying things are fine now. Yay! Finally, huh? Okay, let's see. Desiree's thinking about to rent or buy a shop. Not sure which way to go. Honestly, Desiree, what I'm hearing is wait till this weekend. I feel like there's a turn of events that transpires. I feel like there's going to be a shop coming up close to where you guys are at now, and I think you'll have your answer when you see the shop and when you talk to the people. And it may be one of those things, rent with the option to buy, right? But I feel like I'm hearing it's just literally, it feels like it's just right around the corner. It doesn't feel like too far from where you guys are currently or too far from the place it's going to be your permanent home, whether it be an apartment or a home. But it feels good for you guys. Seriously, I feel you guys walking in and going, this is it. This is it. But don't say that when you first go in because you don't want to, give away your bargaining power. So keep some things to yourself until you guys have a chance to discuss it. And but I feel both of you guys, when you walk into the shop, the energy is just perfect. And I feel like you guys are just going to go, oh, we're home. We truly are home. So let me know. But don't make that decision until after this weekend, okay? Or at least until after Friday, okay? Anna says, hi, Peggy. I took my aura photo. I had 4 white orbs above me and 1 to the right. Any feeling of who they might be? Oh, look at you. See, you got the white orbs. I always get green. I always have green orbs all around me. Now, I have had white. I had so many. I wish I could show it to you guys. I'm not that good with the technology yet, as you can tell. But I was in a cave with a friend of mine. We were in Wales. And there was these, she took a picture of me with my camera. There was no moisture on the lens whatsoever, but I must have had 100, if not more, white orbs all around me. So they can be your loved ones. They can be guides. They can be just angels popping in to say, hey, I do feel like, I do feel like the one on the right is a relative. It feels female. And the rest of them feel like they're just your guides hanging out. But the one to the right feels like a relative. So is your mom on this side or the other side? Type in if you can. She's saying you also had a rainbow of colors. That's wonderful too. The white orbs though, can you tell me if is your mom still on this side or is she on the other side? Kristen says, thank you so much. You're welcome, honey. Cowboy Dreamer 30 says, what do I need to know about bringing the aligned clients to my online event next month? Bringing the aligned clients. I think it feels good for you. I think it feels like you're going to have to do something different than what you originally planned. It almost feels like you're going to think it's like a hiccup in the program or a hiccup in how you wanted to do. But what I'm actually hearing is it's the right way to get them on the online event. So get with people who know more than you do about hooking up the event. But it feels good for you. I feel like like I said, there's a little switch or a change that you have to make, but it's no big deal. And I think it'll be fine. Go for it. Just LOL. Thank you, Peggy. You're so welcome. Julie says, should I find private medical insurance from a job or should I try something different? I think for the time being, I would try a private. They have those for people who are working jobs or work from home or whatever, have their own business or whatever. Try something like that. But I feel like don't do anything until after this weekend. I really feel for you guys. Things are just gonna all of a sudden just plop into place for you, and give you really clear direction. Okay, so I don't think you're gonna have to worry about it. Worst case scenario, when you file if you file for unemployment, have them give you the online options for getting insurance. Okay. All right, let's see here. Anna says, I had a rainbow of colors. She's past 8 years, but I felt, okay, Anna, that makes sense. That's who I feel to your right. I feel like that's your mom. So, and that's why it's almost like she was hogging that space saying, this is my space. You guys back off, I'm here for my daughter. Okay. So, she did it in a nice way, but she's real cute about it. So yeah, your mom hangs around you a lot. And she's saying you can talk to her just like you used to talk to her. She's there and she's working on getting clearer messages to you so you know that it's her that you're talking to. Okay. So yeah, have fun with that. I know the rainbow of colors. It's just awesome. When I take pictures, I have the thing about clouds. My grandmother, who was very intuitive, when we were little kids, we would have a picnic even in the backyard, and she would lay out the blanket and would have the, bring out the, she'd make everything in the picnic basket and would sit in the backyard, would have our little sandwiches, and then we'd lay on the blanket and we'd look up the sky, and she would tell stories based on the clouds that she saw, right? And she goes, sometimes she'll just get little nudges to look up, and you have to trust it. That's the spirit and your angels looking out for you or wanting to reach out to you. And I've never forgotten that. And to this day, I can be walking and I'll look up, and there'll be a shape in the sky of a dog or a dolphin. I've had some really funny ones, or all of a sudden a bird will come through, right? Yesterday I was leaving work, and number one, we have security cameras all around the place that I work. And when I get there, which I get there at 4:45 in the morning, and as I'm walking across the parking lot, you hear all the birds singing, and it's so beautiful. I just love it. It's one of the things I really, really missed when I lived in Arizona, because I never heard a lot of birds singing, because it just gets so hot so fast. They don't stick around, right? And if they're watching me across the parking lot, I'm talking to the birds. Thank you so much for singing good morning to me. I hope you guys have a great day. Just talking away to the birds, right? So I was leaving work, and it was about almost 10 o'clock in the morning, and I heard this real shrill bird song, and I thought, oh, that's for me. That's getting my attention. And so the closer I walked to my car, the stronger the energy got. And I thought, okay, I need to, and I heard the shrill again, and I look up, and it was a beautiful cardinal. And I said, oh, you're singing me a song today. Thank you so much. And I said, thank you for showing up. And it gave a little shrill, and then flew away. So again, pay attention. The angels are always around you, trying to get messages to you. And it's great. Let's see here. All right, so I lost my train of thought. But yeah, Andrea, that's your mom on your right hand side. I hope that helps. So you guys, there was something else I wanted to tell you. Hold on. See, every time this happens on the computer, it makes me think, okay, does this mean that I just need to walk away from here or not? But of course it's not. I'm bound and determined we're going to have some wonderful Wednesdays all in a row, right? I'm getting there. I hope you guys have patience with me and hang in here with me. Oh, and when we started out, when I got up this morning, we had 171 subscribers. And right before I went on, we have 172. So we even got another follower. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Please spread the word to other people. I hope you guys will like it. Anna's saying there were some cardinals on the tree this morning. Aren't they just amazing? Again, when something's taken away and you don't hear it and then you get it back, I think you're even more appreciative. We take the little things for granted. I took Yogi out to go to do his business the other morning, and did my business out there with him, because there was a huge, this sucker it was bigger, almost felt bigger than Yogi, which that's an exaggeration, but it was a big old toad, right? And I haven't seen one of those in forever. But again, a frog and a toad, they're good luck, right? And just look around you. That God and the angels send animals and signs, and especially when you need them, And the energy's been so crazy, at least for me, the last 10 days. A lot of shifts and changes, and there's a lot of things I want to do with this show that obviously I need to kind of relax on that and just focus on just back to the basics of whatever I'm forgetting or not doing, where you guys have a smooth show. I don't want you guys to go, oh my God, she's struggling again. But just know, the one thing with me for sure you're going to get, I keep it real, right? I don't put on airs. What you see is what you get. I tell it like it is. So when I screw up, I screw up. If it's the system, I'll delve into it and I'll get this figured out. Maybe make myself some better notes to follow. But Let's see if there's any more questions. Let me see if I can refresh this without signing everybody out. Wouldn't that be nice? Let's see here. Before I forget it, too, if you're in the Kansas City area, a week from this coming Friday, back at Stony Creek in Independence, that's where we had the 3-day fair earlier this month. We're going to have a 1-day fair. It's only 1 day. It's from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Again, it's in the Bass Pro Shop, that parking lot there. They have a hotel there, so Stony Ridge. So it's going to be there for 1 day. Come out, and they're going to have 5 60-minute workshops, and so you could attend one of those, and then when you get done one of those, come over to the reader side and get a reading. So I'll be working that all day, so hopefully if you're in the metropolitan Kansas City area, I'll get to see you. Mention the show if you would. I'd appreciate it. And again, share this with other people. I'm trying to do better, and I will continue to do better. I just will, but a lot of it's because you guys are here with me, and I really appreciate it. You're my family, and it means the world to me. I guess that's what we're going to have, unless anybody has, let's see if there's any more questions I've missed. Hold on. It's not going to let me scroll now. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, well, I am going to say something. I had a surprise today. Number one is Happy Earth Day. And if you follow me on Facebook, it's one of my favorite posts. I post it pretty much every year because it's just, I love trees. I have a thing for trees. And if you've ever noticed, when you cut into a tree, there, I call it circle of life. It really literally goes into a circle all the way around the rings, right? And it tells you, those rings tell you how old that tree is. And if you compare that tree to a human thumbprint, it's just amazing. So if you can go to my Facebook page and see that on there, I just love that post. It makes you realize that we're all part of this. It's not we're better than plants or animals, or we're all in this together, and we all have to sometimes remind each other that we are all part of the same universe, right? And a friendly reminder on tree hugging. I never knew this until I went over to England and got I was in Glastonbury and got a couple of my Reiki Master classes over there. And there was a guy there that, he yelled at me. He goes, "Don't walk up to the tree like that." And I said, "Well, I love trees." And he said, "Well, if you love them, then hold your palms out, to the tree and circle the tree and ask it if you can connect." And he's right. When you do that, instead of walking straight up to a tree, if you walk around a tree first with your hands out and walk closer and closer until you can lay your hands on the tree, you can feel the energy of that tree. It's just pulsing. It's alive. And it's just amazing how it makes you feel good. Brady saying, "Good job, Peggy." Thank you. Lori saying, "I was feeling poorly before I tuned into your show. I'm feeling much better now. Thanks for the energy. Much love." Oh, you guys are so sweet. I really appreciate it. Again, with me, I just am who I am. And I'm just so grateful, thankful that you guys show up for me every week. We will get better. And, Lori says, "I'm 2nd degree Reiki." Well, good for you. I have, a Usui Master, a Karuna Reiki Master, and I'm now an Animal Reiki Master. So I have 3 masters in Reiki. And it's just amazing. I love it. It gave me... I tell people who are thinking about doing any energy work, and then also those that are intuitive and want to start doing readings. And I tell them, go for it. But I really appreciate the fact that I did the energy work first before I went public with my readings, because the Reiki allows me to ground. And for so many years when I was younger, I spent more time out of body than I did in. And the Reiki helps lay the foundation of your practice. Whether you're doing healing or you're doing readings, it gives you the strength, the stability to stand on solid ground, so to speak, and to be able to come from your own truth. A lot of people, when you're given a reading, say, "Well, I had somebody recently tell me, well, I don't resonate with what you're talking about. It's not making any sense. And the first thing I tell them is, I'm sorry, but this is the information I'm getting. I can't change what's coming through just because you don't like hearing it. Maybe sit with it when you get home and think about it. Maybe it'll resonate with you more then. But that's one thing I don't apologize for the readings. It comes through the way it comes through. Just the messenger. I just give you the message that comes through. I always try to do it in everyone's highest good. So I hope that helps. Hope that brings some understanding to you. Okay, you guys, I'm not seeing any other questions in there or issues. So thank you again for your patience at the start of this. I'm not sure which angel we're going to talk about next Wednesday. They probably won't tell me until maybe a half hour before we go on the show, if then. So hang in there with me. This will be a fun learning experience, or we'll make it fun anyway, right? We'll have fun. So thanks for showing up. And until Sunday, wishing you all blessings, light, love, and angel hugs. Take care, everybody.